Hey guys, welcome to Beyond Civilization. My name's Mauricio and today we're out here in the densely wooded forests of central Louisiana and we're going to be exploring the remains of an abandoned World War II training facility. Camp Claiborne was founded on June 10th of 1930 and it was initially named Camp Evangeline before soon being renamed Camp Claiborne. And it was humongous. It measured a whopping 57 square miles and it had all the services and amenities of a small city. So according to our map, this area has the chapel on one side of the road and the theater on the other side. So we're gonna see if we can find any remains of those. Wow, this is pretty wild. This section of the road completely just collapsed into the ground. It's amazing what time will do to these places. Yeah, so right here, first of all, the tree collapsed onto the roadway. And as if that weren't enough, the road just collapsed downward. Incredible. So this over here would have most likely been the chapel, according to the old map that we have. Now watch our step. Not much left now, as you can see. Yeah, so I don't know, maybe the altar was around here. I really have no idea though. I don't know what this wood is all about here. Some sort of stove or fireplace. Interesting. So this here would have been the theater, according to our maps. Still got the stairs intact. So not a humongous building, but very decent sized for the theater here. They needed a decent sized theater for the decent sized population of this city sized military training facility. Yeah, but the structure of this building actually seems to agree with the idea that it was a theater. It's long and kind of wide, and this slanted floor would have probably allowed for some good acoustics when it comes to placing the seats towards the stage. So possibly this could have been the stage here, and not sure if you can notice in the video, but there's a slight downward slant on the concrete. So that could have been for the seats. They would have been sitting right there, and they would have been looking at the stage right behind where I'm standing right now. From the year 1939 to 1946, over 500,000 men went through training at Camp Claiborne. The camp was used primarily for basic training, artillery practice, engineering unit training, and railroad battalion training. The camp included sewer and electrical amenities, as well as natural gas. And once the camp was finished, it boasted 5 service clubs, shops, 17 chapels, 6 movie theaters, 3 guest houses, a bank, recreation buildings, and even an amphitheater. So it truly had everything you might need in a small city. Beautiful. So this would have been one of the camp buildings at Camp Claiborne. Yeah, look at that hole. That's about 80 years of wear and tear right there. So this would have been one of the larger buildings near the entrance of Camp Claiborne. As you can see, time has definitely taken its toll. This was a room, apparently. Yeah, it's crazy to think that this place would have been bustling with activity just roughly 80 years ago or so. Yeah, not sure what this was. Maybe some kind of warehouse or something like that, but it was a large building, whatever it was. Yeah, so we got some kind of rooms that used to be here towards the rear of the large building. Right there, more crumbling concrete. I switched from the GoPro Max recently to the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Hopefully it gets rid of some of that fisheye effect. Let me know what you think. This place is probably crawling with snakes in the summer. Look at that. Yeah, no idea what this was. This was the camp that trained several notable divisions throughout World War II. The men of the 101st Airborne Division, known as the Screaming Eagles in Europe, got their start here in the piney forests of central Louisiana. And in addition to that, one of General George S. Patton's highly trained tank battalions was trained here. And that would have been the 761st, a predominantly African-American tank battalion known as the Black Panthers. Yeah, so this next one that we're gonna visit doesn't exactly appear on our old map, but there are many buildings that don't. So that doesn't mean it was not part of the camp, and it's still within the camp boundaries. So we found it on Google Maps, and we're gonna go ahead and check it out. As you can see, it's pretty flooded in here. Not sure what it was. Wouldn't wanna take a plunge into that water. Wow, this one's pretty nice. It's even got the stairs intact. To simulate wartime repairs of railroads and experiment with the derailing of trains, the Claiborne Polk Military Railroad was also built in the area. This is where the railroad began, and it went deeper and deeper into the wild forests and swamps of Louisiana. It was only about 50 miles long, but those were 50 miles of hell on earth. This railroad soon became known as the Crime and Punishment Railroad. Due to the harsh terrain and the railroad's vicious curves, derailments were frequent, and a crane needed to be used to pick up derailed cars and repair the roadbed. Often, even the crane derailed, and sometimes the rails sunk under the swamp, and cars were lost in the quicksand. It was even reported that one engine was lost in the quicksand, and it's still there. Needless to say, there were also plenty of alligators prowling nearby throughout the entire process, making it even more difficult. I guess they figured that if they could make it here in Louisiana, they can make it anywhere. There's a lot of buildings here. I believe this may have been the abandoned power station. Pretty wild. So weird. Looks like the crazies beat me to it. little stairway going down there. It's got a basement and everything. Oh, so these are the walls of the concrete tanks, huh? So, yeah, I don't know. Abandoned power or maybe abandoned water station. I'm really not sure, but it's pretty large. And this would have been part of the Camp Claiborne complex. So these two tanks or whatever they are connected via a slab of concrete up there. Whatever that is. Pretty large. Plenty of foundations around here. Just more and more. Just a closet, looks like. Wow, what is this? Some kind of basement here. Is it flooded? Yeah, it looks flooded to me. Oh, there's some stairs heading down there. So this used to be an actual basement of some sort. It is very flooded now. Oh, okay. So this is where the stairs were actually. You could tell that they've sealed it off with concrete more recently. Probably for safety reasons. I always end up finding the biggest places last. It's wild. It's pretty insane. Look at that. Solid concrete and rebar just crumbling away. And somebody built a little ladder here. I'm not sure what is up there, but it's definitely something. Wow, that is incredible. The wear and tear of this abandoned base. Woo. Now this concrete tank is humongous. Look at that. Look at that chimney. Incredible how it's even still standing. It's ready to collapse. All right, guys, I had a blast exploring Camp Claiborne with you guys. I hope you all enjoyed it too. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you on my next adventure.